I've just been for a run. Like, I literally just stopped running 5 seconds ago. So I apologise if I'm out of breath. But yeah, going for a run for me is like a nice way to relax. And it's my quiet little space where I can think to myself and just reflect on my own thoughts instead of listening to others all the time and listening to what needs to be done or what others think about the world. I can have my little space to have my own thoughts. So, not much to say today, but when I was running, I was just reflecting on this whole virus thing. And about a year ago, I thought the whole economy was going to collapse, either last year or this year. And I had a pretty good feeling that it would happen. I didn't really know what the trigger would be, but I just felt that would happen. And then, I was stocking up on lots of breakfast cereal because that was the easiest thing to buy at the time, and it was on special, it was cheap. So I have a few months' supply of breakfast cereal. I don't have anything else. But if I totally run out of food, at least I've got breakfast cereal to eat. And I was just thinking about that, and like at the time I was all fearful. I was all scared of what could happen. And in my mind I planned out every possible scenario, everything that could go wrong. And then for everything that could go wrong, I instinctively thought about how I would, as if I was in a dream, how I would react in that scenario, what I would do, how I would escape, how I would survive. My survival instincts would kick in. I would do this, I would do that, and I had a plan for everything. And then eventually, after thinking through every possible way that I could survive, eventually I just didn't really have any fear anymore. And it was like, if something happens to me, that's what happens to me. And I didn't really fear for my own life so much anymore. So it was like, if something happens, then that's what happens. And then after that, I sort of like lost my sense of fear to some extent, and I didn't really fear things the way I used to. And then today I was reflecting on it when I was running, and I was thinking, like, to some extent I would still sort of like buy supplies if I needed to, or I would still sort of like take certain actions, even if not for myself, but for others that I care about. I was reflecting on, if I was in a really bad situation, if the worst was to happen, then it's almost like just let it happen. Like, I don't care, if someone, if the universe wants to have its way with me, then so be it. But then at the same time, I don't want others to suffer. It's like, if I have to suffer, then that's fine with me, but I don't want others close to me to have to suffer. So it's like, when this virus thing was around and it was in Japan, I was watching one of Blazer's videos, and he was talking about toilet paper on the Monday, and then later that day, someone close to me said, there's something going on with toilet paper. So I'm like, all right, well, we'll go to the shops, we'll get some toilet paper. And we just got like one pack, and that was enough. I was like, I'm not stocking up with like a month's supply. I'm just getting one pack. That's all we need. We've already got it like a couple at home, so one pack will do. And so we got it, and then the next day it was all out of stores. Like, everyone rushed to the store the next day. So we got it like ahead of time. So that was good planning. But it was like, if that close person wasn't with me, I wouldn't have cared. I would just be like, I don't care. If it runs out, it runs out. So be it. I'll find a way to deal with it. I'll find a way with life. But because that other person was close to me, it's like I wanted to protect them, sort of thing. I still have that kind of caring, protective for other people close near to me. So that's a bit of a background. But then, so today when I was running, what I was actually thinking was, I just had like a really quick reflection on all of that. And in my mind, I was like, you know, if the worst was to happen, then so be it. And I don't care about myself, but I still care about protecting others. And at the moment I finished thinking that thought, right at that instant basically, there was a car coming towards me, and it may have been coming towards me before, but I was only aware of it at that time. And the car suddenly started skidding out of control, and it looked like it was sliding a little bit. And then the driver quickly pulled it back into control and sped up. So the car was going quite fast, and as he was going fast, he like almost lost control, but then he picked it back, and then he kept speeding along even faster and faster. And I think he was breaking the speed limit. And this all happened, the car was coming towards me the whole time. So I was just watching it. I was like, is he going to hit me? Is he going to hit me? And I just didn't have any fear, and I didn't get off the road. I was on the side of the road just running, and I just kept running on the side of the road. And I was just like, you know, if it hits me, it hits me. But I didn't feel that it would. I didn't have any fear of it, and I just watched it calmly, and I was ready to react if I needed to, but I didn't feel that I needed to. And then everything turned out okay, everything turned out fine. But it almost felt like a test right at that moment from the universe. It's like, I hear what you're thinking. It's like you're saying that you don't really care, but do you? Let's test you out. It's like right at that moment, it's like bang, the universe just like gives you like a little test, and it's like, all right, are you actually, you know, I hear what you say. Here's your own little reflective thing within your reality, like a reflection of my thought just instantly materialized. So that was my story for the day.